Hi, I know you guys probably don't care, but this review is pretty late. I actually saw this movie yesterday, but I I didn't have the time to review it, and I was out for most of the day today, so I'm a little late with this review, but I guess you guys don't care. So this is my review on the new Jason Statham movie, The Beekeeper. So the plot of this movie is this guy named Adam Clay, played by Jason Statham, is this beekeeper who lives with this old lady, and this old lady named Eloise, she goes online, she falls for a scam, and and her bank account just decreases a lot, and so that out of guilt she actually kills herself. So then Adam tries to get revenge on the scammers who caused Eloise's death. So he finds a secret assassin organization called the Beekeepers, and they all form together so he could get revenge on the hackers and bring justice to his former roommate. This movie was really dumb, but I mean that in the best way possible. Like, this movie is really dumb, but that's what made it really fun. Like, for a January action movie, it actually was pretty good. Yeah, usually January movies, like action movies, horror movies, just movies in general in January, there's really nothing good out. Lots of them just tend to suck. Well, you get some good ones if you're lucky. And heck, if you're really lucky, you get some really good ones. But lots of the times they're not good. But this, it was dumb, but in the best way possible. This is not a movie that it's not an action comedy. This is a serious movie, but to be honest, this movie was so dumb, but I just had to enjoy it. Like, it's really over the top. Like, the plot is really ridiculous. I mean, a beekeeper becoming an assassin trying to get revenge on a bunch of hackers and just terrorizing a building. And like throughout lots of the movie, like you kind of see him. He's just an average beekeeper at first, but then he kind of slowly descends into madness, where like he just invades the hackers headquarters. He like bombs the building. He shoots a bunch of people. Like, it's really crazy, but I had a lot of fun. It's such a fun movie that, like, obviously it's very corny. Like, there's some of the dialogue is pretty lame, but that's what you like in a movie like this. It's very much a typical Jason Statham movie, but kind of with a more sillier vibe. I mean, this movie's kind of unintentionally silly, but that's what makes it fun. It's very much, it kind of reminds me of like an old school Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Like, if you like that kind of stuff, I think this will be the movie for you. Like, it has a bunch of like, just, it has a really over the top plot. It has a bunch of corny one liners, and it's a ridiculous concept. I mean, you don't see the bee stuff that much. I mean, yeah, you do see him as a beekeeper, and his whole thing, he keeps saying he wants to protect the hive. Like, that's his motto. He literally says, "I'm gonna protect the hive." It's just like, that's so dumb, but it's silly. But that's what you like. This is the good kind of silly action movie. The action is good. Actually, yeah. Despite being such a goofy film, it lots of the action scenes are very well done. I mean, it's Jason Statham. Obviously, you're gonna get some good, stunt work, lots of shooting, and it's really good for the most part. Like, even the editing is actually pretty good. It's not too choppy or fast paced. A lot of it is phased out pretty good. Um, the ending was a bit underwhelming, I think, without giving too much away. Like, when it ended, I was like, that's it? Because lots of the time the resolution, like, it didn't really wrap up freshly. Lots of the time it just resolved the conflict, and then boom, the credits roll. It's like, yeah, I thought the ending probably could have been fleshed out more, but I guess it had its story to tell, so that's really fine, I guess. So yeah, up. That's really kind of my only legit criticism of the movie, is that, yeah, the ending, it was kind of a bit of a cop out. Just boom, the movie has a resolution, and then that's it. It was kind of underwhelming, but most of the movie was fun. Jason, like I said, Jason Statham, like this is like the type of movie he'd be in. Like it's like he's definitely a typical like assassin, like a very shoot 'em up. And Josh Hutcherson plays the guy um, who works for the hackers, and it was good seeing him in a different kind of movie. I mean, yeah, it was having him be in a more villainous role, I guess you could say. It was interesting. I mean, I don't think this is really the kind of like role that he would be in, but I guess I do give him props for trying something different. Jeremy Irons is in the movie, and you really can't go with Jeremy Irons. I mean, come on, he's a great actor. But yeah, The Beekeeper, like it's a stupid movie, but that's what makes it so fun. It's not great by any means, but for a January action movie, it could have been a lot worse. So like this isn't a movie. I highly doubt this is going to be in my top 10 of the year. I mean, that's kind of a weird thing to say. I know because the year just started, but you know what? For a January action movie, I had a fun time. It was stupid, it was silly, but God Almighty, I had a lot of fun with it. So if you're interested in The Beekeeper, it's definitely the kind of movie you want. I can say that. I mean, if you're thinking it looks weird just from the idea, I don't know. It might not be your kind of movie, but me, I just wanted some dumb fun, and that's what I got. It was a crazy film, and I liked it for that. So, yeah, The Beekeeper, it for a January movie, it could have been a heck of a lot worse. So, for what it was, I had a very fun time with it. And the trailers I got Abigail. This one maybe could be interesting. I don't know. It's some horror film I think about where these kidnappers kidnap this ballerina, and like I think like I don't know what happens, like the ballerina's possessed or something, like she looks demonic. It looks like an odd movie, but maybe it could be fun. So I don't know. It could be kind of like The Beekeeper. Maybe it could be like so stupid that it's fun, but I don't know. I don't know about this one, but I guess we'll see. I got Madam Web. This one looks quite good. It's of course based on the Spider-Man character we all know. And finally, it actually looks like a different kind of superhero movie. It doesn't have the same, good guy, bad guy motive. It doesn't have, the same funny tone that every movie since Guardians of the Galaxy has been trying to do. It actually looks like a unique film. So, yeah, I really give this props for trying to be different and trying to actually feel like special for the character instead of being exactly the same funny Guardians of the Galaxy tone that every MCU movie and other superhero movies have tried to copy. So yeah, the effects don't really look good. Like some of the visual effects, like don't really look that good. Not Flash bad, but they really could use a touch up. Maybe this movie just had a low budget or something because the effects on this movie don't look very good. But the movie looks like it might be a fun time. I got Bob Marley One Love. To be honest, I know hot take. I'm not really a big fan of Bob Marley. I mean, nothing against it. I know he was a really great guy. He just wanted to bring peace and love to the world, and like as a person, yeah, I really respect it. But it's nothing him personally. I'm not into reggae music. Like, I know a lot of people like it. Like, no, I'm not really a reggae fan. So, but I mean, for a biopic, I'm sure this will be fine. Like, if you're a Bob Marley fan, like, I'm sure this will look like a genuinely good film for you. So, yeah, I don't think I'll see it, but it looks like a movie I'd respect at least because like it does look like a good biopic if you get what I mean. So I got Furiosa. I still got to see the other Mad Max movies. I know I'm really behind on it, but this movie looks really fun. Anya Taylor Joy it is. I do like her in a lot of stuff, and it's great to see her in like a gritty action movie. It definitely looks like it'll be a wild, fun summer action movie. So, yeah, I know it's a prequel to Fury Road, I think, or a spinoff. I don't know if I need to see the Mad Max movies before this, but I do want to give them a shot before I see this because I think this movie could be a fun experience. So, it looks wild, and I'm up for it. And I got Challengers. I don't think this is a true story. It's a tennis film with Zendaya, and I do like Zendaya. I was like, for someone who got her start on the Disney Channel, I think she's a good actress. I do think she's good in a lot of stuff, and I usually like sports movies, like whether they're based on true stories or not. So yeah, I probably might see this one. It actually could be interesting. So yeah, I'll actually keep this one in mind. This one actually might be good. So yeah, the Beekeeper, it was really stupid, but and it was really over the top. It was silly, but that's what I liked about it. It's pretty much if you're a fan of Jason Statham, I think you're gonna like this one. It's basically everything you want. It's an action movie. It's a very corny action movie, and that that's if that's what you want, that's what you're gonna get. So I do recommend it if you just want some mindless fun. So yeah, The Beekeeper for a January release and for my first movie of 2024, it could have been worse. So yeah, catch you guys later.